Please view this entire section for both the full spread and loose lay installation seaming methods. Run seams parallel to, not across, major traffic areas whenever possible. Never locate a seam perpendicular to a doorway or entrance. Whenever possible, avoid seams at major pivot points. Seam placement should be at least 6 inches away from existing seams and underlayment joints. Working with seams constructed in a fully adhered installation. Before cutting seams, make sure there is no trapped air and remove all wrinkles using the broom method. Position the material by overlapping the seam edges and create windows at the pattern grout line to help achieve the proper pattern match. Carefully knife in all material and adhere half of one piece of material opposite the seam edge, following the instructions for the full spread installation method. Fold back seam edges and roll on pressure-sensitive adhesive. Do not replace material until adhesive has thoroughly dried and is tacky but does not transfer when touched. Make sure pattern is matched. Seams should always be double cut, cutting through both pieces of material at the same time using a straight edge. It is important that the seam edge is cut in a straight line along its entire length and that the knife be held completely vertical to put a clean 90-degree edge on the product. If seams are cut snug or full, buckling can result. Remove excess material. Seams must be sealed using seam bond. Fold back one seam edge approximately 8 inches and lightly apply a small bead of seam sealer on edge. Starting from the center and working out, carefully guide the seam together by hand. Wipe seam edges to remove seam bond residue with a clean damp cloth and follow with a clean dry cloth. Any excess seam sealer may easily be removed within 15 minutes by wiping the area with a damp cloth. Roll seams firmly with a hand roller. Wipe seam clean with a clean damp cloth and follow with a clean dry cloth. Protect the sealed seams on your flooring to ensure proper seam bond. If your seams are disturbed before appropriate dry time, damage may result. Working with seams constructed in loose lay with tape installations. Follow all instructions just discussed under the full spread installation with the following exceptions. Do not adhere floor with adhesive. After the seam has been double cut following the previous instructions and the excess material has been removed, flat back the seam edge and position double-face tape. Fold the material back and align the pattern to complete the seam